Hey, Oz, good morning. Oh, you're in Costa Rica, mobile trading. Lovely. Um, I'm going to show you guys some stuff, very big things happening. We are bringing some really cool server tech out. Very cool. I mean, I hate giving dates because, testing often forces me to realize, hey, we got to do something else. We got to and I hate disappointing people. So we're moving in the right direction. I will definitely say that. RDN. Definitely moving in the right direction. But I'm going to show you some incredible things today. How's Costa Rica treating you? Good weather? I've been once myself, long time ago. By the way, is the audio coming in well? I want to make sure you can hear me. Um, how is my audio? Ozzy, is the sound coming good? Are you able to hear me? All right, perfect, Pepe. Thank you. So, Pepe, today is going to be another one of these things that I think you're going to appreciate from the tech side, and you're going to see sort of like the direction that we're going in 2026. Lots of really cool things happening. For SKM, 100%. 100%. Um, the new version that's coming out, and I don't have that one running because I have the one that. So okay, I'll just speak to it a little bit. We're kind of getting close to the start. So there is a new version of the money machine which is almost at release point, and it has everything that you're already asking for SK. You can use price alerts, the stuff that I'm going to show today. All of that is already done, so you will have it. And the only reason that we haven't released it is because we've kind of been piling on the server side. It's a behind the scenes task, but what we're doing is we're making the architecture so that we can move in different directions more quickly. And I think it's going to benefit everyone here. And I will be able to demonstrate that today when you see what I'm showing you. And it's our new Trade Ideas execution panel. It's not the first thing I'm going to show, but we're 3 minutes away. And it's exciting stuff. Trader Joe, yes. Yes, 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 yes. One of the things that we're working on is making it very easy for all of you to basically almost like, for example, you can go to the Explosive Winners channel, which is right here. I don't have it on right now, and I'm trying not to switch because sometimes when I'm running this dev version, when I switch channels, I have to then stop everything and start again, which I sort of don't want to do in the middle of the demo. But the idea is that pretty much any channel here, we're going to make it very easy for you to turn the channel on and money machine trade it. So that's one of the big things that we are working on. All right, you guys, it is 2 minutes to the top of the hour. We've got a good group already, so I'm kind of going to start. And this is our first live stream of 2026. 2026 is going to be arguably one of the most pivotal years for Trade Ideas because we will be hopefully soon releasing the money machine for live trading. We've been working like crazy behind the scenes to really make it do the kind of risk management things that we ourselves want to do. And I'm going to show you guys something real quick here. I've done this before on these live streams, so I'm just loading this page up. Bear with me for a second. Okay, so this is me this year. Okay, year to date. I like to share my results with you guys. So today I'm down 3% because the market is the way it is, and I've had a big run. I was up yesterday. I was up close to 15% for the year, but I've made $216,000 in 14 calendar days, but obviously 10 trading days. So that's over 1% a day, but obviously that's not exactly how it goes. But I just want to make sure you know that when you are talking to Trade Ideas, okay, and again, I don't hide, what I do. This is my 1 month, okay? So you guys can see over the last 2 years, I've made 325%. That's almost like Nancy Pelosi, but without the insider information. So we do it old school. This is how it's done. And the person in the team, I'm not the only one that's as successful, obviously. Our whole team is self-directed. We're old SOS bandits. If you don't know what it is, ask the AI what a SOES bandit is, and you'll learn why the Trade Ideas team is the kind of group of people that you want to be working with. So, hopefully you guys understand that one of the things that I practice what I preach. Okay, I want to start today talking about the Trade Ideas AI. This is our premium product, and you can trade this on the money machine. I'll show you how. But I just want to explain a couple of things that you're starting 2026, okay? And the way our AI works is this. We hunt historic exponential gains. And I want to show you what that looks like. So here, see this move right here? We pop this right here at 962, runs up to 11, pulls back, gives you one more day, then goes 1, 2, then right back. So basically, you're right here, pulls back once again, and this was the last time, and then never touches it again. So that we train our AI on specifically looking at, I've talked about this before, that the AI that we are using and that we have trained, it looks at our custom Trade Ideas data that TradingView, TrendSpider, TC, FinViz does not have. And again, because we have a database that can track consecutive candles and all these fingerprints and footprints of what we know exponential gains look like. Because again, we look at them in hindsight and we say, hey, look at this gigantic move. Show me what happened. Let's see. Yeah, like for example, I've used this one before. So Viking Therapeutics, from 23 to 43, and let's go to a weekly. You know, over here, this is where we were 2 years ago. This was one of the biggest ones that we had, where we caught this thing right around here, and you don't see it because it's, you know, past that time, but right around 10 or 11, this was the move right here. See this candle, and it went from here to 100. 10x. This is the name of the game. And sometimes these moves, when they start, they look like this. Okay. Let me switch this to an intraday. So every trade that we show you on the AI has a risk management stop, and there's re-entries. Barry, runs our trading room, works with this all the time. He's very good at it, and I recommend that, you know, anybody who's kind of new should check out the trading room. Pepe's in there, and other very good traders, but people who know how to use our software. And here's just an example of how it goes. Entry signal moves to the stop, re-entry at a slightly better price, 217, and now you're up 8.41%. Okay. It doesn't always work out, but the point is that the footprints and the fingerprints are there. Okay. And you have to kind of obviously decide on your own, like, see here, this is what this looks like. But the other beauty is that some of these, like this one right here, okay, I mean, you're talking about moves that can go, I mean, this thing can go from under $1 to, you know, $1.50. That's a very big percentage move. Very, very big. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you something that I plan on showing you in the other window. But this is our new piece of technology that we're bringing to market. Okay. So you can see there's 4 people on the bid, 1,100, 1 person on the ask. So I can auto send, you know, here I'm going to do 1K shares, and I'm going to buy it in MM1, actually MM2. And I'm going to say buy ask. And here we go. And the reason, actually, sorry, that this is 300, this is one of the last things that we're fixing, is that's a default I have in Brokerage Plus. So this is going to override all that. But notice no confirmations. And I bought this AI signal because here, you know, automatically the money machine is managing my risk. And I'm going to show you what time and sales looks like. So that's there. So let's pop this into, so you can really get a feel for it. This updates about 7 times a second. Pepe, I think this is the part that I wanted, you know, for you to see. So we've been working on our server tech. Okay. So just process what you're seeing in terms of speed. You're seeing the spread right here on Tesla, updating in real time. This is this candle right here. 1, 2, 6 cent spread. So you can figure out what you do, and you can, again, buy the ask, you can join the ask, you can buy market, which means you can get a different price than the price that's on the ask. But behind the scenes, what we have been really working on is this piece of technology, the server side speed. So let's take a look at spiders. 1 cent spread. Whatever is being hit, the offers or their bids, you can see that right here, it'll tell you, and you can see by the number. If it's white, it's in between. If it's red or green. If it's green, it's the offer that's being hit. If it's red, it's the bid. And of course, you can move this around and you can remove the time and sales. So you can look at like some of these AI moves and what they look like. 5-cent spread. So a lot of the work that's been done has been done on the server to make this piece of technology happen in a way that, again, makes it easy for everyone to take advantage of it. So RDW, again, if you look at this move, I got into it earlier. I sold it here. I'm going to buy it back, buy the ask. Instantly, the money machine is running this. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this screen so you guys can see the other version of this. So this is the money machine that I've been running today. It's running a strategy called upside pullback pickup. All of you will have access to it. But just so that everyone also knows, you will be able to use alerts for entries, use races for exits, use races for entries, use your own price alerts for entries. And here what I have is I can auto add manual positions and the money machine manages it for you. Pepe, I thought that you would appreciate that, my friend. This is what we have been working on. Again, right around 7 times a second is the update speed here. And watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to just turn this into an instant profit target. So this allows you to move around your position. Some of this stuff that we're doing that I just did manually are things that we're automating. Because, for example, in this situation, like right here, you're up $174. You never need to make it a loser. So after a certain amount of time, this will auto do this move right here. Maybe even catch it to 100 right there. Okay. Okay. The question was, what's the difference between price alerts and alerts? Okay. Great question. All right. Let me show you guys something. Okay. New alert window. Okay. And I'm going to design this for you. I'm going to make it something that all of you can use. I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of this. This I'm going to make 800. By the way, just so you know, you can go like this, 800K, 2 times relative volume. And what I'm going to say is search, change, open, percent, add filter. And I'm going to say 1% from the open. But I'm going to show you something else. And again, I want you to, as I give you guys this demonstration, I want you to see something very important, which is the way that I think through it. Okay, so check this out. Search. Min and max are very powerful mathematical things. Gap percentage, add filter. So watch, I can say something like, for example, I don't want, when I'm getting into the trade, I don't want to have more than a 5% gap up. So this is just an example. Okay, I want to make sure you guys see it. And by the way, if you want to know how many stocks there are, 9,863, but you can also do something like this. So here's stocks that are gapped up at least a little bit, but no more than, and you're looking at 3,000. I'm going to say, okay, that's fine. Okay, and I'm going to call this window. So I'm going to go one more thing, and a lot of you guys don't know we do this. Okay, check this out. Pattern recognition. We've been ahead of this game for so long. Okay, so it's called the double bottom, and you can select something like at least 2 hours. This is kind of like one of these things that is hard. It's not literal hours, it's volume hours. So it's like an equivolume type of a situation right here. Okay. But the idea is, we have more. We have so this is called a rectangle bottom. Okay. Triangle bottom, broadening bottom. So let's look at these two, for example. Where did it go? Double, I said. How to work. There it is. And we're going to say 2 hours. Okay. I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to call this, and I'm going to give it to everyone, bottom fishing live stream. So remember, you guys, pattern recognition. We're always here first, and hide unused. Okay. Okay. So let's look at what this looks like. I'm going to bring this window in as soon as I can catch it. Okay. So here's an example of what this looks like. And let me hide this so you guys can kind of see it a little bit better. So as you guys know, the resolution on this monitor that I'm using for live streams, it's specifically designed. It's kind of like, it's a big monitor. And I have it specifically this way so that I can show you things more clearly, better, and hopefully, again, you can take advantage. I'm going to give you all of these, but let's take a look at what we're seeing. So let's go here, put in a 15-minute. So quadruple bottom. Notice you can see the price alert. Here, let me go to MSTR. Okay. So this is what you're seeing. Boom. 2 and 2. This is the quadruple bottom and why it's here. So you can see what the prices were. Started 2 hours and 32 minutes ago. Last turn 10 minutes, 2 seconds ago. Okay. XOMA. Everything is in here. Okay. Everything is in here. And if you are ready to trade it, you'll be able to. So this is, what the spread is. Less than a penny. Or is it more than, no, sorry, more than a penny. Quite a bit of a spread here, almost $1. Woo! Dang. And a lot of times, guys, these are things that people often don't know. I mean, this is what happens if the danger of just popping into a market buy. This is when Citadel and all these other guys, that's how they make the money. I mean, look at this right here. 70-cent spread. Okay. Come on. All right, so let's go over here. We're going to go to configure, and we're going to make this a little bit different, just so that there's more things that we can see. And I'm going to change this to 1.5. And here, I'm going to make this just a little bit easier for 500,000 shares. And whoops, And I'm going to search price. I'm going to add filters for this. Again, everything I'm doing here, notice that you can search through it. And so these, I'm just kind of making these a little bit of the smaller stocks. Yeah. And then I'm going to raise this to 7 so that everyone can see. Okay. So here you go. TE, quadruple bottom. Let's take a look at it. That's all around here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this for a second. I'm going to switch this to a 5-minute. So a lot of this stuff too, guys, is that we're doing statistical bottoms, okay? Not just simply these random closes. So our software is kind of looking at this area right here, and that's where it's making this analysis. And you can see 796, 786, 788, 79. And it even tells you started 1 day, 2 hours ago, last turn, 13 minutes. So that's here and here. And this is what's called, this is the bottom fishing part of it, even though this whole thing has been trending higher. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to go save and share to the cloud. And for those of you that don't know, makes it very easy for me or any one of our support team members to share strategies with you. So here you go. Everyone can look at this, okay? And I want to make sure you see something very important, okay? Which is you can right click, you can take anything and duplicate it, and then you right click and you go to configure and you can flip it. And now you've got the exact inverse. So these are the tops, okay? Started 40 minutes ago. And the way we do this, again, remember, I want to make sure you know, these are statistical, okay? Not simply print tops and bottoms. It's not going like, you know, this print and, you know, waiting for another print here. It's not exact. It's a volume weighted algorithm. And you can see, so 249, 249, 249, and that's the triple top. So that happened like right here. And it initially started 40 minutes ago. So there's so much data here. But my point is that these things now, so hear me out. So I've got this, hold on, let me change the name of this. And you can do this on your own. But configure. And when it says flipped, bottom fishing, so I would call this finding the top. Okay. And don't forget that, and by the way, I'm still answering the question between that 4SKM asked, although I'm doing it rather in a long way, but it's very important. Okay. So anything you've seen, you can go to history and you can go today. So let's take a look at what's happened. Okay, we can come over here and we can go. So this was the one that we're on. NXRP 2 hours ago. So that's the top area. GELS right here. Sabre. Okay. And depending on, you have to read through it. 20 hours. I mean, that's, you know, a while. So that's somewhere in the other day. Pattern recognition. We're very good in math. Okay. Very, very good in math. So let's go to history. By the way, you can go yesterday. So this is like what would have shown up yesterday. So this was a good top. This was decent. Again, so you're comparing called this, see, like here's where it happened. You see right here? This arrow shows you where it happened. And this is one of the ways that you can really analyze what our data is doing. Okay, let's take a look at it. So here's the top that it was talking about right here, 1053. And by the way, look at this move. Went all the way down here, bounced. CRF, that's nothing. Top worked very well. And another top that worked very well. So I want to make sure you guys understand. So history, real time, pattern recognition is a very big component of what we're bringing to the table to auto trade. And here now I'm about to answer for SKM's question. Okay. So let's move this over here. And we're going to go to money machine settings. Use alerts for entries. Okay. Versus use price alerts for entries. I'm going to show you the exact difference. So use alerts for entries is you can basically design an alert window like the one that I'm showing you here. Bottom fishing. And you can set this thing up to be your auto trade signal generator versus the tree map, the race, or the top list, which is kind of a little bit more generic. The alert windows are very, very specific. So this is now your strategy, and you would be waiting for the next trade. This is what use alerts for entries mean if you have it checked. Okay. But what does it mean to use price alerts? Okay, let's figure that out right now. Okay, so LVRO, I'm going to go right here and I'm going to say, well, long. See, it says money machine strategy, my price alerts. Save. So now I'm going around. I can go to any channel. Let's go back to did I just do what I didn't want to do? Yep. Congratulations, you guys. I just did the thing I didn't want to do. Sorry. Let me restart. No problem. Because this happens. I feel like sometimes I do this exactly for Pepe so that he can see the mess that I'm working with. That's me and the lovely CFO Trade Ideas when we hiked Mount Whitney in California. Did it in one day. About 13 years ago. But I still look the same. Bear with me. Okay, so this was the money machine that I was running. You can see what I'm doing in here. Okay. So money machine settings, just going back to if I want to use alerts for entries, I would check this. Did it just break again? Come on, don't be like that. So again, you would click on this and you will be able to use multiple versions of this. Use price alerts for entries. That's the stuff that I showed you where I went on the chart. Okay. And I'm going to bring this in here. So here I am, let me shrink this up real quick. Come on, computer. So this is, for example, this is our channel. That's the explosive winners channel. Okay. And I'm going back to, because this is a very important distinction. And this one is basically one that you will be able to auto trade from the money machine. We're giving you this pathway. It's going to be very simple. And it's going to be basically like what I'm about to show you. But you can see this thing is taken off, right? But let's say it pulls back to here, 111, buy. So I'm going to set alert, go long, comes back to 111, stay. So do you guys see what I'm talking about? Yes, for SKM, everything will work all at once, 100%. You will be able to do, you can be like your own general chess board master and be able to work all of those things at once. I just wanted to make sure you know that you can be like, hey, cruise around here and say to yourself, well, I mean, I missed this. So I'm going to try to get it right here. And again, money machine strategy, my price sorts, save. That's how it's done. Okay, I could just go through all of these. By the way, notice this channel does everything. So this one I really, really like. So I'm going to go to advanced trade, 300 shares, MM2, and I'm going to buy the ask. Boom. And there it is. And why did I do that? I mentioned before that this is one of these things that I really like, these types of plays. If you can catch it, I mean, you know, I'm not saying it will work, but if you can do it, it sometimes creates the best types of returns, the best. And I'll give you an example about me doing that in HYMC. You guys know that I'm in this at $4.13. Okay. That's, I mean, it doesn't even go back. Let me see here, 5 years. I don't know what the hell, why I didn't do that there. That's somewhere like right here. See, I click right now, probably like right here. So it's catching that same move. And this is what's possible. And a lot of people in the stock market, so for SK, your version, the one that you have right now, just hasn't been upgraded, but you're about to be upgraded to the one that totally will have all of that. Okay. So that's really what I want to make sure you know. Jaguar Health, another one. Buy ask. The other thing I want to keep mentioning, so these things, okay, was just showing you that they're MM2, and I'm going to start MM2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of some of these ones that are down. Just go like this. And remember, these are very important too. You can just go flatten, boom, clean things up. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. And here, this one could possibly be coming back. Notice again, you don't always have to chase. Yeah, you're on the list. Listen, the tech that we've been working on to really get this thing dialed in, and the version I have here right now, that I'm on a version where I'm testing this thing right here. Okay, the advanced order tickets, so that you can really do some high-end trading once we release it. Okay. Also, let me give you guys this one, the market pulse, very important. Of course, as soon as I start 9:30, always when the sell program hits. By the way, you should know that. It's like 9:30 is sell program time. That's when the algo is aroused by selling. Save and share to the cloud. It's usually the toughest time to SK. Thank you. Yeah, so I want to make sure you guys really do know something, which is there's an immense amount of power to this, the channel bar. Whatever you want to do, whether, you're looking at the big names, weed plays, short squeeze, the sectors, unusual options volume, AI that has everything in it. There's a show more, show less. But the beauty is, whether it's after hours, pre-market, S&P, the miners, you got a whole crypto one going, some technical, and we always add channels, so we are like your producers. We're adding them, the 2x ETF filters, the stuff that's, MAGA oriented. Because again, there's plays in these sectors regardless of who you support or don't support. The point is you want to be supporting your wealth generation. Okay. That is very important. And these races, this dashboard of the race view really gives you just an ability to catch things. Look at this, $5 spread. Be aware of what you're getting into. See that? $5.67 spread. That means on this one, you never do something like buy market. That's stupid. Never, ever, ever, ever do that when you're seeing something like this. And that's one of the reasons why we brought this tech to market, to level the playing field for you. Here, something like this, you can buy market anytime you want. It's a penny, no problem. Nice cent spread here. I really like this part where you can kind of see the volume moving, bids coming in or being replaced. So this has really been one of our big, big, big focuses, just dialing it in to this. And by the way, we've completely redone the news. I don't know if it's on this version that I have, but let's take a look at it. I don't think so. I don't think this is on this version, but the news has been completely redone. That's coming out in the next version. And our next version is, we're jumping way ahead in the time machine, and we're going to version 45.47. That's going to be the next version that we're releasing. Yeah, the spread thing is, that's exactly why we did that for SK, is so that people can right away just know exactly what they're getting into. 5 cents, 14 cents. I mean, this is what you need to know, right? Because like this is breaking out, and you want to maybe pop into it, but be careful. Be careful. Maybe join bid. But the problem is solved. Okay. And we're actually going to do something else where we're going to take this spread. So this is right now part of this ticket, but the spread data is going to go right here also. And you're going to see bid, ask, and spread right here, so that even if you aren't watching this, you're going to be able to take advantage of it. Okay. Makes it very, very important to be able to trade from the chart. Penny, pop that, no problem. 60,000 on the bid. I mean, you can see what's going on. 153%. By the way, for anybody who thinks that trading small stocks is silly. 218 million shares in this mofo has gone in. That means like you could be trading this thing at like 50,000 share blocks if you want. There's no problem right here. And you know, you if you held this last night and had, you know, $1 million worth, you'd be up 1.6 million. Okay, for SK, don't worry. Others are, you know, again, everyone's paying attention. So, what are the big features that are coming out? This is a good question. Let me move this. You guys don't have all of this yet. And there's a whole other element to this. And there's a notification section, which is not in this version, but I've demonstrated it before, that basically is like your trading coach. It's telling you, hey, this trade is up. This one isn't up. What do you want to do? Do you want me to reduce the stop price and all of that? So there's a whole, so in this version, the version that I am testing with this, oops. I'm showing you the execution panel that's coming and a completely new, like the Ferrari Tiptronic part of the money machine, which lets you create alert strategies in it, gives you the notifications, and all of this will be in the notes on the website. So 100%, like some of the biggest innovation in fintech that you have ever seen is coming. Via, we are trying to push this version out this week, but our attempts to do that are not always successful because of, you know, we, like, for example, I'll just give you an example. The way this sucker works right now, like if I put in 1,000 shares, okay, MM2, that's here. Let's see if I can, first of all, auto send. I'm going to buy the ask. Again, this is just for demo BS. Oh. So notice I have 1,000 right here, but 300 went in. That is because of this. And we are working on the algo that, so this is just an older school settings page for your Brokerage Plus before we had this, but this will override that, but right now it doesn't. So that's like some of the little things that we are working on to bring this thing to market. Does that make sense? So we are hoping to push this update out either this week or very, very early next week. Again, we've added, like, since you guys have seen it, we've added this time and sales, we've added the spread, this whole display has changed, we've added I mean, this is your Ferrari for, you know, for chart-based trading. And now, of course, you can see what is the spread right away. Notice all of the tools that we have are great tools for you being able to take advantage of the move, whether it's happening here, whether, I mean, you can get ideas coming to you here. And even more interestingly, don't forget this, and I want to make sure you guys are aware of it. Here, I am idea surfing. And if you don't know what that is, you will see in a second. And that's what happens when you're idea surfing. In the diversion. Yikes. Continue. Bad software. But the idea is that we specialize and focus on you being able to move around and pivot around positions without needing to really type or press anything. Okay, that's our objective. And by the way, just compare that to the older ticket that we're replacing. You know, it's a big difference. So this is like the Corolla, which can get you to the store. But right here, you got the ultimate driving machine. We do not have a specific Canadian broker. We connect with IB and Alpaca, and I believe both of those do Canadian type business. And TradeStation is almost ready. So we've added TradeStation, Alpaca's there, IB is there, and E-Trade. And more brokers are coming. But the more that customers talk to, like Questrade, they, you know, we're at the point now, I want to be honest with everyone. We're generating so much volume, like for IB, for E-Trade, for Alpaca, that brokers are paying us to write to their API because the kind of volume that we bring to them, and in terms of payment, remember, brokers make money now. They used to make money on commission, which was still very good for order flow, but now they make money on payment for order flow. And there ain't nobody that creates more order flow than the Trade Ideas Money Machine. That is just a simple, basic concept, and brokers are paying for it. So talk to Questrade, see if they want to rock and roll. We're always open to talking to people, but that's where we are with that. So Trader Joe asked a question, will Brokerage Plus go away? It's a funny question, and it's both a yes and a no in a way. We are rewriting, quote unquote, Brokerage Plus completely. So the functionality of Brokerage Plus is not going away. It's just going away technologically in the way that it currently is implemented. Charles Schwab is a funny one. They should want it, but they're so big that we don't like. We're like a microbe to them. They can't see us. Whereas TradeStation knows exactly who we are. IB knows who we are. Charles Schwab, again, if the more customers talk to them and say, have you guys seen the Trade Ideas Money Machine? You guys, I want to trade this automatically through Schwab. That's the kind of stuff that they listen to. So if you ask them, that helps us when we speak to them. That's about as good as it can get from that point of view. But we ideally want to be integrated with every single broker. What's working right now is Webull, I think, is in the works. At this point, there's some negotiations with Webull and some other ones. So the CRML that we were in, by the way, notice we moved and we just moved it again. You have to like this. This is all Money Machine, automated entries, risk management, everything. We're turning the market into the ultimate trading machine. And we've said this, that, we believe that most retail investors, it's kind of like when Tesla came out with the self-driving thing. People are like, holy shit, this thing drives itself. That is what we're doing here. We are creating the fully automated driving machine for momentum-based in and out. And you've seen me demonstrate it. You've seen that it works. You know that the team that is working on it not only loves the technology, but we're in it ourselves. Like, we trade. And we trade because we still love to trade. We've been trading since the mid 90s. That's how old we are. Okay. We were the original those bandits. So we're all right around like mid 50s, late 50s. But we were battling in our mid 20s in the 90s. And we've been doing the same thing and just getting better and better and better. Unlike pro sports, this is a mental game. And you can do this all of your life, which is like why it's so nice to be a good trader, because when you're done grinding, trading is basically this thing that you can do every day where you're putting your mind against other people and algos and you're competing. It's one of the most amazing, fruitful things that it just changes your perspective of the world in so many ways. A rip man, 100%. You can turn on the money machine and only use it manually. 100%. That's this setting right here. And you just, the strategy would be, I don't want to turn it off, but it would be like my manual. But again, we're redoing all of this. I just want to be honest. Like, this was put together for people like us and Pepe and other people who are very UI savvy and are not afraid of choices and digging in. But for the mass market, this is very high end. And we are cleaning all this up and making it much easier so that you can honestly like go to something like this and just say this, turn it on, or you can just one stock at a time. Like, you can basically imagine this. So this goes away. You have this here, and you have an button on any chart. Okay, and you go to Tesla. Okay, and you say trade Tesla, and it'll be like, okay, analyzing Tesla waiting. So I'll give an example what it would say, just high level so you understand it. Right now on the 15-minute, Tesla is in a sell signal. So the would say currently Tesla is in a sell signal. If you're going long, I would wait for the momentum to shift. Oz, that's a good question. Probably not at first. But as we develop, I'm sure that is functionality where we can get to. Rick, I'm glad you see it, and I'm just trying to make sure everybody understands that we're going to we started with the higher end stuff. We're going to make it easy. You know, you can go to something like SPY and hit the button, and it's going to go. Like, it'll tell you, a little brain will pop up, processing. Currently, and give you currently in sell signal, market is down. We'll wait, you know. It might even do something like this. I'll just give you an example. It might even say or do like setting long entry when market shifts. So these are the things that we do ourselves, we are able to program into the money machine on a per stock basis. So whether you're doing spiders or Apple, oops. Okay, you hit and it'll go boom. And basically what it's doing is it's setting a price alert for the upper end. Like, it's assuming that the buy signal will be generated around here. Is roughly what's happening. Program properties asked the question, is the currently only in paper mode? For me, no. I live trade the money machine on E-Trade, and we test it on all brokers. So the capability for it to go fully auto live trading is there, but it has not been released. That's only going to the first 100 people, I believe, at $2,000 per person, and we haven't charged anybody, although the 100 that wanted it, the list is already full because, you know, this thing is in high demand. But the next list will, as soon as the first 100 are out, we're going to go for the next 100. I mean, we're doing this very slowly, methodically. There's no rush for us. But yes, fully automated trading is already available. And in fact, I have demonstrated it in a live stream before. And maybe take a note, you guys. I'm going to make a note to try to do it again next Wednesday. I'll do some live money machine trading with my eTrade account, which I have done before. So let's, as we head towards the end of the hour, since we have been working on this demo, what have we got so far? Some pretty good results. I mean, you know, there's always going to be losers. So here, what the losers look like. Let's just take a look at all of them. And by the way, I want to make sure you guys understand that losing small is part of winning big. Okay, so here's RCAT, bought, you know, just spend time. It was doing nothing, sold, exited. Sorry, that's OSS, RCAT. Got out of here, went down, and here it is. Bought, sold, went lower, coming back again. It's never going to be perfect. That's just not the name of the game. But the idea is that, notice I'm just losing small. And by the way, I can have 2 or 3 days in a row where I lose. Do not trip and think that just because you have the money machine, you're never going to lose money. It's the nature of the game is the winners versus losers. And look at my winner here. I mean, it's significantly larger than any of my losers. That's the name of the game right here. Up 17%. So, and by the way, we're making it so that on these that you got out, it tracks how much percentage you lose. So again, we're doing so much stuff all at once. Rit, what do you mean? Am I going to add you? Aren't you added? You're in. You're in, Rit. Come on. Don't tease me. Okay. So we only got 4 minutes left. By the way, really appreciated one of our bigger number of people watching this video. The highlight reel should be this incredibly advanced order ticket, which will allow you to trade from the chart because it gives you the spread. Okay. Very, very important. And tons of Tiptronic ultimate driving machine button where again, you can see that the people that did this obviously know what the fuck they're doing. Buy the ask, short the ask, buy market, limit in. So you can, you know, put in your own price also. And same here, this is for no auto send, like no confirmation, boom. You're just going boom, boom, boom. Program properties, shoot an email to info@trade-ideas.com and ask to be added to the next 100. But I'll be honest, we haven't even started that. And usually what we do is we run a promo where we have the list, like the way it happened last time. We did the list and it got taken, like it took 2 hours and the 100 people filled up. Boom, it's done. So I'm sure it's going to be similar, but we're going to make some exceptions. Like the nice thing is that for people that come to these live streams, you get a certain amount of latitude with things and preferential treatment because we appreciate the fact that it was so that was August 2024. I mean, so you guys understand, I mean, development takes time. I believe pre-market trading is going to be a part of this with limit orders, 100%. Yeah. And I'll actually talk to the boys and point that out. And same thing with post-market. I think you can already do it, by the way, but I'm going to double check. Okay. All right. Last couple of questions, everyone. What do you want to know? The important part is, of course, as I said before, tons of new capabilities in the money machine, totally new execution panel, updating many, many times a second. I need to give the team some Adderall. I need to give some Adderall to myself. Honey, Adderall time. Okay, you guys. I think we've completed the hour. I want to thank everybody for the time that you've spent with me today. Remember, our premium service is really something that is well worth your money just from the AI point of view. And there's nothing wrong with spending some time, like take 2 or 3 months just paper trading the AI signals in and out and in and out and just get a feel. Trading, let me give you like the best lesson you've ever heard. And I've said this on many of my live streams, but trading isn't really systematic. The systematic part is the instinct, building instinct. You know, just like Scotty Scheffler, he practices a lot of stuff to become an incredible golfer, but he doesn't think about it when he's in a tournament. When he's in a tournament, he's executing. He's in the moment. It's all flow state. This is the same thing in trading, okay? If you're looking for squiggly lines to make a decision, you're never going to make a proper decision, okay? I look at charts. Just give you an example. Like I look at this chart, I see it, and something inside of me tells me right away whether I can go in or not go in, and I make that decision instantly, and then I move on. That's it. And the key is don't overthink it. The more you think in trading, the worse it is. Thinking is actually bad for everything, to be honest. People don't really understand that thinking is not where your higher level intelligence is. Your higher intelligence is beneath the thinking brain. Okay, your brain thinks about a lot of bullshit. Trading is trying to avoid that and staying in the know. Like, for example, I'm just going to give you a quick. So here, from 3, I'm going to buy the ask. I'm going to show you my process. Okay, so here I am, and this is what it would look like. This is the way I trade. And I'm demonstrating this so you can kind of see for yourself, is the way Dan does it? Is that the way I would do it? So I bought this instinctively. Again, I'm not thinking about anything. All I saw was it ran up, so it has some upside potential. It's pulled back and it's been consolidating, trying to move. I'm buying here and I'm out right here. Risk $37 to try to make, go back to 16. Trading 2 times relative volume. Camping World Holdings, why not? That's how decisions are made. Hoop, shoot that question to support and we'll help you out with all of that. Remember, guys, this is all being developed as it's happening, kind of like in real time and live. So lots of things in motion. All right. Top of the hour. I want to thank everybody again. We will see each other next Wednesday. Have a great trading day and tell your friends there ain't no other software like this in the world. All right, you guys. Love you all. Take care. Appreciate your time and have a great rest of your week. Take care. Bye.